And the Roadrunners off for a summer time trial. This is a mile time trial. You can see everybody took off. Elizabeth there still getting her shoes tied. So this is just a place to see where we are. We're going to use the Alpha Peak timing system for this, and that includes lap splits. And I'll show those in the description of the video. A couple other highlights from this. Ian coming in around for the final turn. He's really moving. That foot slips out from underneath him. He's got some very low traction shoes on that slippery grass. Takes one from the playbook of Kenneth Rooks, gets back up and finishes first in this time trial. So he's been running really well. Some of these other guys too also been running really well. So here's another finish here. James coming in, can hardly keep his balance, and he goes down too, sliding across the finish line. Feels a lot more comfortable than an all-weather track. So he comes up still smiling. Now we'll go ahead and go to, after this, the start of the time trial, and I'll show some of the annotations that we have with the Alpha Peak software. So I'm going to put the bib number, the name, and then their finish time right below them. You can see it's working to identify the different runners, and what we'll do is, as we go through this as well, we'll identify the lap splits as well. Again, I'll put those in the description. Some of those turned out better than others. The cue that it takes in this is when they disappear from the screen. So the final lap split on those is just a little bit long on some of those that, you know, it didn't identify a bib, so one of the lap is twice as long as the other one. So it's like an 800-meter split. But this is exactly a 400-meter track here. You can see Susan coming along in about a 6-minute pace right here. 6:33 for the first lap. So they're moving at a great clip here. It's on grass. It's slightly uphill on one side, and you know, they're working hard, having a great time. So you can see there, number 9, Timmy's didn't quite identify there. You can see others worked really well. I find that, you know, if they have 3 digits on it, it identifies just a little bit better. And then you can filter out, you know, 2-digit or 1-digit numbers of misidentification. The other thing you'll notice also is Coach Miles there, as he's taking splits. You're going to see him become Amelia D, for example. So if somebody disappears off the left of the window, and then that is also going to affect the splits. Okay, so not too bad, just off by a couple seconds. But you can see that you don't want to have another person in the video, especially at the corner where runners are exiting. Else the algorithm thinks that is that person just with their back turned, because they can no longer see the number. Okay, so we'll move the video over just a little bit later so that he's not in the video. Otherwise, we could just crop that out and rerun it. I just wanted to show this as a demonstration. You can see there's Elizabeth. She started a little bit late with those shoes getting tied. David took a little break there to go get some water, and then he's going to get going again pretty soon. Looks like he's got some shoe issues as well. All right, here they come for the 800-meter. They're coming through in about a 3:15 on that first lap. Susan's leading out with Charlie and Ian right behind. So with this big group right here, we're just, you know, we can just set up the video camera, run the event, and then post-process it later to be able to get their times and their splits. So you don't have to have a coach necessarily writing times down for it. All right, so here they come. Again, Timmy's number 9 didn't identify very well there. Let's see if it gets him. Looks like it didn't. Okay, but everybody else, it looks like it's doing a fairly good job of identifying the bibs. All right, here comes Weston as well, and there we have Brian. Okay, Brian coming around for his 800 right in 4 minutes. This is the 8-minute cutoff. I challenged them to run the second half of, you know, every lap just a little bit faster. So start off kind of conservative, and you can see their final time there. So 8:22, for example. So James sped it up quite a bit. You'll see his dive at the end. He's running there with Amelia. It was neck and neck all the way to the end. And here they come. And coming around, Again, the single digits doesn't seem like it picks those up as well, so I'll just try to keep, stay away from single or double digit bib numbers and just favor the 3-digit or a longer bib. I think 3-digit works pretty well. All right, and you'll see some blue bibs here as well as the green ones. Here they come through at a 4:56. All right, and we got some that are running about a 10-minute there. Okay, so they're getting lapped. But they're doing great. I'm so proud of these athletes coming out on a Friday morning, early in the morning at 7 a.m. to come run this time trial. And we talked a little bit during this time trial, right before it. I told them that we were going to be doing a mile time trial, and we talked a little bit about, the nerves. And so some of them were a bit nervous coming into this. Talked about not just the physical side of running, but also the mental side. Embracing challenges, how you deal with nerves, how you channel that into positive and strong energy. So we had a great discussion about that before this time trial. And then I think just coming out here, putting on bibs and racing a mile time trial also is going to help just to get used to the whole experience. So this isn't the first time they show up to a race and have to put on a bib and kind of deal with the nerves. So I think it's great exercise. They're going to become more comfortable with it as the season goes on. But the first race is going to be over hay bales. Oh, there he goes. Okay, so there goes Ian, 6:22. He's our first place finisher for this. Ian's been running great. Okay, he's going into 7th grade. And there we have Charlie finishing next, followed by Susan. Misidentified her as Megan there. But Susan running really well this season also. Their times were a little bit slower here on grass. Susan's best time is a 5:37 that she ran on the track. So a bit slower. They're running really well. There comes Elizabeth, and you can see Ann there, number 7. Again, bib did not get identified. Here's a big crowd right here finishing. We have Jefferson coming in for one more lap. There goes Levi. He's finishing over there on the right. And you can see the others. They've still got one more lap. Joshua and Lee, they're going to have a sprint finish here. I love Joshua's expression here at the end. Arms raised. He just barely out-leaned her. So I love that challenge where they're racing each other and just trying really hard and having fun out there. Okay, here comes Timmy coming in for the finish. Great work, Timmy, about a 7:31. Didn't show there on the... Okay, and Brady, he's our first grader. Last year he's going into 2nd grade. That guy is world class as an athlete. Sophie coming in to the end. She was our team captain, doing really well, and just a super strong contributor to the team. Okay, this is Weston right here. It looked like it got the wrong bib number. Oh, it switched over. So there we got Isaac. Great finish. Isaac's a little bit newer. Kaleia, she's also new. Great to have them. Some new athletes out here. Savona, great finish with Julia. They just like to run together. They're great friends. So love it that they push each other. Okay, now here comes James and Amelia with James with the dive. And great finish by James. Great effort. All right, now we're going to have Brian finish. He's coming through at an 8:11. Now, Brian, I think this is his first mile he's run, so PR for Brian. Okay, and here comes Lars. He just got back from Europe. His family, they've just a great members of the team. And Ann, one of our fastest sprinters on the team, she can run a really fast 100-meter dash and really impress in this last track season. All right, so Amelia, she's just getting directed to the finish line and finishes, does a great job. Kaylan finishing up with a 9:10. Excellent job, Kaylan. And Jeana. All right, and William, Jefferson, and Aaron all finishing. Here comes Eliza. She's running really well too. She's got a sister on the team. Charlie coming through for a strong finish for Charlie. Excellent work. And here comes Joseph, also a really strong finish. Joseph was our team captain this last season, so gave out team captain awards, and really liked having Joseph as part of the team. David coming in for a strong finish as well. He's got one more lap. He's got one more lap than Maren. Okay, Maren with a good finish. There goes Justin. One more. Jeana finishing. And Kaylan finishing as well. Now Mikkel and Helen just coming in under the 10-minute. And they are so fun to play Fun Friday games with. That's what we're going to do after this. Do some Fun Friday games. Have some treats and do a little core workout as well. So Everett, great finish on Everett. Great socks as well. Really like those. All right, so I'll go ahead and just move a little bit faster as we have some gaps in people finishing. And overall, okay, again, another single-digit number here. Didn't do as well on the identification. But here comes Penny. And it looks like a 43. Oh, didn't quite get her. Okay, Kaleia. Okay, excellent. This is her first practice out, so glad to have her with us as well. One of the other things that this helps me with as a coach is just learning names. I find that, just having the names above the athletes, especially as new athletes come out, and I see them later in practice, then I'm like, oh, okay, good job, Kaleia, or good job, the other athletes. So it's great to have those as we run through these videos. All right, we got just a couple more. I think they've got just one more lap. All right, and we've got Coach Betsy there doing a great job with Marvin and Elizabeth. Okay, so Miles, we're grateful to have him as a coach. He's going to run with his son Marvin just for that final lap. And there we have Elizabeth and Katara just with one more lap. One of the things I loved about Katara is she got done with 4 laps, and she's like, I don't think I'm done yet. I think she had lost track of the laps, and she just wanted to run another one. So really proud of her for doing that. All right, so here comes David here for the end. Looks like he's a little off screen. We lost him there at the end. Oh, there he goes. He's back. And he finishes with another diving finish. All right. Well, great job, David. They're cousins, David and Katara. And I think David's just encouraging her to keep it up and keep going. So, anyway, great job with everybody in this time trial. You'll see some of the athletes there. They're just going to start their cool down. They're going to do 1 to 2 miles cool down, and then come back, do some core stretches, and then treats, Fun Friday treats, and then some games. All right, there goes Justin. He just finished up, and I think we just got a couple more. Elizabeth and Marvin. I think Marvin is our last one. So overall, great effort today. I was really proud of these youth for getting out there, working really hard today. And overall, just fantastic running today. Great efforts. And here comes Marvin for the finish, 13:47. Now, I just want to say a little bit about Roadrunners. We have an elementary and middle school group. We mix it up with running, but also with Fun Fridays. Have some treats on Fridays. Just kind of celebrate the week and the hard work that they put into it. You can see a mix of elementary but also middle school athletes. We'll start this 2023 cross-country season with a hay bale race, 1 mile over hay bales, and then move on to the Kiwanis Series. So have the Kiwanis Series down at the Kiwanis Park in Provo, and then move on to some championship races as well. So we're going to go to Bob Furman Invitational. We've got Border Wars later this year. We've got a couple other races for the postseason. And then we're going to go to USATF State and then the AAU Nationals in Tallahassee, Florida. So a lot of these athletes just beginning the journey right here. Excited to see where they're going to go.